All right, we are doing an Audacy check-in with Camila Cabello, and this is so exciting because when this is live, Familia, the album, will be here. How is this week feeling for you?
I'm very excited. I'm a little bit overstimulated.
Of course.
But I'm very excited for this album to be out. I'm going to make the intention to like enjoy it as much as I can.
Yeah. How does this album feel compared to when you released Romance and you released your self-titled album in the past? How are you approaching this one differently?
Well, Romance, I think I was a hot mess. Like I was
great album though.
Huh?
I said great album though.
No, there's some songs I'm really proud of on there. But I was definitely a hot mess. Like I think when it came out, it was like the worst point of my mental health. So, and this is the best point. So that's very different.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. Have you from the beginning always planned to have like a singular word for all your album titles, or is it just happened that way?
It's so interesting. It just happened that way.
So as we stand today, what is your favorite song on the album?
Today, my favorite song on the album is Boys Don't Cry.
Is there any particular reason why?
Damn, I think I just like my choreographers, Calvin and Sarah, are like had a newfound obsession with it. And then it made me have a newfound obsession with it.
Yeah.
Like after I posted my TikTok, they were like, oh my God. Like they had like an old version and I like had rewritten the second verse. And so they were like, I don't know, just talking about it and talking to, cause they're like also some of my closest friends. And that song was inspired by it was inspired by one man in my life, but it also, now I feel like I can relate it to like my dad, Calvin, and just seeing like guys talk about it, just made me have a newfound appreciation for it.
That's awesome. Does your family have a favorite song on the album?
My dad's favorite is Psychofreak. And my mom's favorite, my friend's favorite is Hasta los Dientes, like my best friends, from Miami. And I don't know what my mom's is actually.
Can we talk about Psychofreak? How did that song happen? And did you always know that like Willow was who you wanted on it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was like, Willow was just, first of all, I just feel like I'm so grateful that she said yes to being on this song and working on it with me, because I just can't think of anybody better to collaborate specifically on this song with. And also just in general, I feel like working with her has inspired me to collaborate more. Just because when she came in and like did her thing on that song, I got to just like watch and be a music fan and see her do her thing. And it just made me excited to work with people in the future too. I just think she's just New York. I just think she's just such a badass. So yeah, I love working with her.
Yeah. Is there a song on the album that is the hardest for you to listen to?
Not anymore. The hardest song for me to write was Psychofreak, because it felt so vulnerable to be talking about those things at the time. Like I remember like talking about those things. It was like, I had been working through a lot of those thoughts, like paranoia and like intimacy issues. I've been working through a lot of those thoughts. And it was the first time that I really put those specifically in a song and then like talked about it with my collaborators. And it was so hard. Like it just was really hard to talk about. I felt really embarrassed and panicky. And then after I was like, wow, this is awesome. And now it's crazy because now I talk about it all the time. So that's the power of, I guess, being open with things. They just kind of totally, it's like magic. They just like lose their power on you.
That is cool to hear. And, I did want to say thank you for being so honest and raw on social media. And I know that it has to help you, but you're helping so many more people too.
Thank you. It definitely helps me so much. And yeah, it's amazing that it helps other people too.
Yeah. After your post on Saturday reflecting on, the Miami Beach Club thing, did anybody reach out to you that you were kind of floored by, that you were like, wow, I can't believe that touched this person?
I mean, so many people. I don't want to name drop, sure. Because I just don't want to whatever. But a lot of people reached out and were so supportive and awesome. And my therapist was proud of me. So that's good.
That's what matters. What is the song on Familia that you're hoping people appreciate, that you're okay, I know you're going to listen to these, but I want you to listen for this line in this song?
Ooh, I think Psychofreak is one of those, because I'm excited about, for me, that song is to me, it's so exactly what I was going through. And I feel it sounds like such a cool, vibey song, but it's really it's about my mental health at that time. It's about anxiety. And I think that's a song that I'm I hope people kind of can feel the pain behind some of those words.
Yeah. Well, and last but not least, do you have 3 or a couple tools in your tool belt, what to do when you get into those mental spaces that aren't comfortable, like anxiousness or whatever?
I think that therapy is really helpful and a really good investment. Whether it's group therapy or solo therapy, I think it's it's going to the doctors.
Yeah.
To me, it's totally changed and saved my life. And then also I think being open with people that has really helped me. I was not always like that. I was I didn't, I kind of there was a lot of years where I kind of kept how I was feeling inside and was yeah, I'm good. And that just kills you inside.
Yeah.
So I think being open and, back to, I guess, what the album was for me is leaning on other people and not feeling you have to solve or figure it out on your own. I thought that for a long time too. And this album was me realizing nobody does anything on their own. We fucking depend on not just humans. I mean, we do we literally are raised with other people. It's not a baby walks out and just can figure it out on their own. But also, and to me, that's where the natural world ties in too. We depend on sunlight and oxygen and water, so many things that are outside of ourselves. So it's I feel culturally, then we grow up and then we're no, I got to figure this out all on my own. It's no, you don't. And we never have. We've never actually been able to do anything totally alone. And that's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much. Congrats on Familia. I can't wait to hear the whole album, and have a great week with enjoying all of this.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.